Ana Cristina.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Dish. I'm your host, Ana Cristina. Thanks so much for tuning in. Guess what? It is Third Friday. You know what that means? We're going to be in the kitchen cooking, and we're going to be making something that apparently I've said wrong my entire life. And we're going to find out what that is right now, because joining me is Chef David Ross. Hey there.
It's great to see you, Anna.
Great to see
being on
you
the
too.
show.
Now, you've started a new business.
I have Chef Ross Catering.
Chef Ross Catering. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I know you've been extremely busy.
I have. It's been setting up a new kitchen and
Yeah.
working hard. We're getting ready for Masters. So we have a lot going on. And Masters is literally, 6 weeks away, if that.
I know.
So it's going to be very, very busy.
I can't believe it. Now, I mentioned that I've said this dish wrong my entire life. Chicken cordon bleu. Or at least I thought that's what it was, but it's not.
Well, it's chicken cordon bleu.
Cordon bleu.
Cordon bleu.
Did I say that right? Not
Yes.
blah, because it's anything but blah,
no,
right?
No. It's like, well, it's supposed to be a very elegant, very chic, very upper-class chicken dish, where it's just taking chicken breast. So it's supposed to have that air of exquisite.
Yeah.
And, of course, you've got French language, so you have to say it correctly.
Okay,
so cordon bleu.
Cordon bleu. Did I get that right?
Yes, I won't
That sounds
fire
pretty good,
you
right?
yet. I won't fire you yet.
Okay, please don't fire me. A while ago we were joking that I was going to be, what did you say? Cut from the island?
Yeah, voted off the island.
Voted off the
what you
island,
should-
but please don't do that.
No.
Because then what are we going to do?
Well,
won't be able to cook.
we have a couple of other French items going on here, but if we could have a look over here, this is actually the finished product.
final product, okay.
The final product, which is chicken cordon bleu,
Chicken cordon bleu.
and it's actually basically a chicken breast that is stuffed with Gruyere cheese, and Gruyere cheese is a semi-firm cheese, so it kind of holds up to cooking.
Together.
You can't use a soft cheese or anything else
Not
like
it'll
that.
run right out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So that's why it's designed. It's fairly sharp, and then the Gruyere cheese is wrapped in a nice smoked ham.
Okay.
And then we actually stuff the chicken breast. So that's the origin of it, and it's breaded in chicken in
it
breadcrumbs.
looks so tasty already. I want to eat that one, but we're going to have to go through the process, right?
Exactly.
first?
So just before we go any further, then chicken cordon bleu. Two French words. Cordon means a ribbon, which this is a cordon, and then bleu is the color
obviously
blue.
the color, okay.
So that's the blue color, and it's a ribbon.
So I was somewhat right, but not.
No,
right?
you're doing well. We're going to see how good you are at cooking in a minute.
Oh my goodness. Well, speaking of, this is probably my husband's favorite dish. And so when we met and we were talking about what we could potentially do on the show, this was his idea. And obviously you have some background in this, so we thought that this might be
It was
perfect.
actually a perfect choice.
But I think that, he had some more reasoning
Well,
behind
you're going to have
that.
to take some home for him.
Yeah, he wants me to learn how to do this at home. So I really have to
Well, you're going to be
get an A+.
practicing in a minute, so you
oh my
should
goodness.
be good.
I'm a little bit nervous about that, but you say it's pretty simple, or you're going to dumb it down for me a little bit, right?
No, not at all. This is actually, when we come to stuffing, the actual technique of stuffing the breast, we have a couple of different options.
Okay.
We can, classically, we can butterfly the breast open. So if we we have a whole chicken breast here,
Yeah.
we can basically cut it in half horizontally and then open it like a butterfly.
Okay.
So that's called butterflying. And then we can lightly pound it, and then we can put the cheese and the ham on top. And then we can roll it back up.
Now, I always thought it was interesting. So you do roll it, because here it looks like it was just made that way.
Exactly.
That it was just stuffed in there.
This is a different technique.
Okay.
So rather than going all the butterflying and then the pounding out and then all of that, we're just going to take the breast and we're going to use a bony knife and we're going to put a little pocket
Puncture it,
inside.
basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So we're going to make a little hole inside the chicken breast, and then at that point, then it's stuffed. But on this technique, it gives you a very nice, defined, kind of detailed thing.
Well,
so it shows a lot of skill.
That way, in every bite, you can get a piece of
Yes,
that
and that's the whole
center.
Yes, exactly. And for me, the reason I do it this way is you can guarantee the chicken breast stays moist. As soon as you butterfly chicken over, if you overcook it remotely, it dries very easily.
Well, what is the trick to that? Because I know that a lot of the times when people go to bake chicken or cook chicken, that's the problem that we run into, is that it is dry when we bring it out and eat it and serve it for dinner. So how do we keep it from not being dry?
Well, part of it is by keeping its actual mass, like a larger piece of chicken. That's why we're going to make the pocket. It's going to be fairly plump and thick. We just then we'll shallow fry it for a couple of minutes either side, and then we'll finish it in the oven for 12 minutes.
So what's the secret? What degrees do you put it at?
In the oven is 350.
350.
Standard for
okay,
12
so
minutes.
well, let's go ahead and get started because the centerpiece is what we're going to start with, right?
Correct.
So let's go ahead and do that. What's the secret technique?
All right.
To
Well, first
getting
of all,
that
of course,
together?
we're working with chicken, so we need to be conscious of sanitation and so on.
Okay.
And of course, we've already washed our hands, so we're
yep.
fine. So roll your sleeves up because this is
We're
going to
about
get a
to
little
get
bit
dirty, huh?
This is going to get a little bit messy for you.
Here we go. Okay.
So we have.
I don't mind.
So we have the regular Gruyere cheese. We've cut it into finger shape.
Okay.
So when we actually go to put this inside the chicken breast, it'll hold its shape a little bit. So we're just going to do a very simple roll. So if you grab one,
oh,
we're just going to roll the
right
ham around. And of
Okay.
course, the idea is that we end up with some Gruyere cheese wrapped in
There
ham.
it is.
And we can see that in the finished product.
So
really,
that's the centerpiece, and that's it?
yes, exactly. And of
Okay.
course, as you know, if we were to butterfly it and then do a different technique, then we would just leave the ham flat
Straight
like
out.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it seems pretty simple, but do not go anywhere because when we come back, we're going to finish this up. We're going to continue making the inside centerpieces. But do not go anywhere. Hey, by the way, go to thedishon6.com and you can enter to win one of these. Just enter your birthday. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hey, welcome back to The Dish. I'm Anna Christina, and this is Chef David Ross from Chef Ross Catering. Thank you for joining me again.
It's always a pleasure.
Okay, so in the first segment, we talked about what we were actually going to make, and that's chicken cordon bleu. Did I say that correctly?
Perfect. That was perfect.
I've said it wrong
So
all
you're
my
half
life,
French,
and
half
I finally got it half French. That's right. And we're making this dish. Now, this is one of my husband's favorite. Again, I talked about us meeting and getting together for lunch, and our kids were there.
Yes.
They had such a good time. You have to
they
take a look at
bonded
this
instantly.
picture.
It was
so
funny.
Cute.
It was beautiful.
They just reached out for each other and hugged each other. It was so cute. But we started talking about what we can do, and we came up with this dish because it happens to be my husband's favorite. So you're going to help me. You're going to turn me into a chef. That's what you're going to do.
Exactly. Well, your sleeves are rolled up. Well, this
Yes,
is
they are.
questionable. I don't know. This is actually relatively technical because
Okay.
what we're going to do is with the chicken breast, we're going to make a small pocket inside the chicken breast. We're not
All right.
going to cut it or break it apart. This is just a little bit of technique, making a pocket so we can actually take
And
these
stuff it.
the Gruyere cheese and then the ham and actually stuff it. So
Okay.
there is a bit of technique, and then it's followed by...
I'm nervous.
Yeah, well, you should be. This is a classic breading process where we're going to season the breast afterwards.
Okay.
We're going to dust it with some flour, a little bit of egg wash, and then it goes into panko.
Okay.
And this is just typically the line we're going to follow through, and then it goes into the hot oil.
So
And
you've
this
set
is
this
shallow
up,
frying.
and this is the easy part because you've set all of this up for me. But this part, the technique part, we'll see how I do.
I think you'll do fine. You'll do fine. You always do.
Okay, so let's.
All right, so,
what's the first
so
step?
I'm going to do the first one. So
Okay.
we're basically going to take a chicken breast. We're going to keep the thickest part towards us.
All right.
We take a nice thin, this happens to be a boning knife,
Okay.
a nice thin blade, fairly long, because what we're going to do is on a thicker part of the chicken, we're going to go inside. I'll just show you on top first. We're going to go in, we'll put the blade in. Obviously, the distance of that ham
Needs
and the
to be that
Gruyere
size.
cheese needs to be in there. So we need to put the pocket, and then we're going to move the knife sideways so we can actually get that cheese
Create
inside.
that
So,
shape.
and we're just going to support the chicken a little bit. So I'm just going to go halfway through the breast.
Okay.
I'm just going to go in, make the pocket
Pretty
roughly
simple.
up to there on the knife.
Okay.
And then we're just going to go sideways
side.
just a little bit to stabilize it.
Make sure that we
There we go.
get in. Okay,
And you're
let's
fine,
do
you're fine.
this.
You're doing well.
Okay, hold it down.
Yep, just to
support
stabilize it, yep.
right in the middle,
Yep.
and then take it in.
A little bit further. Yep.
A
There you
little
go.
bit further.
There you go. A little bit
And
more.
then
There you go.
a little bit
and
more.
then you can move it sideways.
There
you
you
go, to actually
go.
make the pocket.
Check that out. I'm a chef and I didn't even know it.
We'll see in a minute.
Okay. Let's see, I'm not going to be able to get that in there. Then I'm going to be laughing.
No,
Okay.
well, that's it. And of course, we can just, verify the pocket is,
Okay.
if you take your thumb and just make sure the pocket's there. And
All
the
right.
chicken breast is going to move
Seems
with
good.
you, so you can. So do you want to try and place that in there?
You gave me a small one. I see what you did there. That way.
And of course,
it
the Gruyere
fits.
cheese is a semi-firm cheese.
Okay.
So it should hold on pushing that in.
Well, the ham is the tricky part because I don't want it
Yeah,
to
it's a
come
little bit
out.
slippery, but
There you go.
I think you're doing well. Well,
I don't know. I don't know about that.
well.
It'll be an extra piece for me to just bite.
That's it. You've made a nice pocket anyway.
Hey.
So that's really what it should be. And of course, what we,
Maybe I'm not a chef, okay?
no, you were doing very
That's
well.
why everyone needs to call you and not me to come cater for them,
they
right?
can call Chef Ross Catering and
Yes,
I'll be there.
exactly right. Okay.
So all we need to do is then season it, and then we'll be ready for the next process.
And so then we take it through, right?
The breading process.
All right. So We're going to take a little break. When we come back, I'm actually going to be giving away my beauty basic and then step back in the kitchen with you to finish this up. But first, we'll need to wash our hands. All right, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Dish. It's time for my beauty basic. You know what that means. I'm giving away information that I've accumulated throughout the years on beauty. And today, I don't know if you know this, but coconut oil is good for an array of different things. Now, it's not just good for cooking. It is known as a superfood. Did you know that? Well, I got some of this information from wellnessmama.com and authoritynutrition.com. Now, these are just some websites that I went to kind of back up some information that I've learned and accumulated throughout the years. Now, some benefits to using cooking oil or coconut oil as cooking oil is that it can boost energy. It can also help improve sleep. It is also dairy-free, so if you do have an allergic reaction to dairy, you can use this as a replacement. It's known as a brain booster, also for memory. Anti-aging women. Yes, when it's used consistently, guess what? You're going to love this. It can also reduce cellulite. It can also help speed up weight loss, increase absorption of calcium and magnesium, and it can boost circulation. So if you're always cold like me, you can put it on your skin and maybe it'll take that away. But some other uses that you can use it for is all over the body. If you're pregnant, you can use it on your belly. It might help with stretch marks. If your lips are dry, put some on. You can also use this as face moisturizer, makeup remover, and a pulling. You just swish it around in your mouth and toss it out just like you do mouthwash, and you can get rid of some toxins, and you can also put it in your hair as a conditioner. So there you go. That's my beauty basic. Coconut oil, people, can be used for more than just cooking. All right, let's head back into the kitchen. Speaking of cooking, we're headed back in with Chef David Ross from Chef Ross Catering. And we're working on chicken cordon bleu.
Cordon bleu.
Cordon bleu. There you go.
So it's the final stages. So
You've
actually done the real technical, difficult part, which is stuffing the Gruyere cheese and ham inside.
I don't know how that went for me.
You did very well. Look at it. It's perfect. It's perfect. You did very well.
And then we take it through the flour. We dust it. Can I do that?
Yes, certainly. So I went ahead and I seasoned the chicken breast. So always salt and pepper before you go through this process. No, you can actually just put. Yep. There you go. And it's called dusting.
Dusting,
and basically, you're just going to get a very, very thin layer of flour on there.
Is that good?
And that's, just all over. And if you bring it back on here, and we can do that one quickly.
Okay.
And then, see, this is it. You're going to have to come and work for Chef Ross Catering.
I know, right? I'm going to have a side job over there with you.
I'll probably have you doing dishes.
Hey.
Anyway, so it's dusted with flour, and the whole point here is now we're going to put it through the wet one, which is a mix of egg. There you go, pull your sleeves up. Okay. So it's a mix of egg and milk. Okay. And there's all kinds of...
kind of used as a paste, right?
Yes, exactly. And then the final stage, once that's wet, then it then goes into the panko.
We're getting messy right here.
Yeah, it's going to get a little bit messy.
I love it.
And then,
that looks so lovely.
And then panko is just an Asian kind of form of breadcrumbs. But originally it was just dried breadcrumbs.
And then we're putting it in here?
Okay, and
I don't want to burn myself. There you go.
Just very, very
gently. Nice and gently.
There you go.
Well, there you have it. We're going to let this cook up just a bit. And then when we come back, we're going to finish things off because he has more for us, even some side dishes.
Yes, beautiful side dishes.
All right, do not go anywhere. Hey, don't forget to visit thedishon6.com. All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to The Dish. I'm in the kitchen with Chef David Ross from Chef Ross Catering. Now we're cooking chicken cordon bleu.
Perfect.
Oh
there you go.
I hesitated for a little bit. I thought that I would get it wrong.
It was
but I got it
but
right.
It was perfect.
So I even took off my rings for this because we got down and dirty. We put in the middle of the, why I say dressing, right? We dressed it up.
It's the filling.
Or stuffed it, the filling. There you go.
Which is Gruyere cheese and ham.
It's so tasty. It smells so good already. And right here, you're just kind of letting it sizzle for a little bit, and then we're going to put it in the oven?
Because once we put the panko breadcrumbs on it, you need a nice caramelized golden brown. Really, the chicken's still raw inside, so what we're going to do is once we get the color, we'll transfer it onto a hotel pan, and then we're going to put this into the oven for 12 minutes.
12 minutes at 350, right?
At 350 for 12 minutes.
Okay.
So while I'm doing that, putting that in the oven.
I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside, right?
Go on, you know what you're doing.
Okay, so here we go. So again, he's putting it in the oven at 350 for 12 minutes. Now I'm going to show you the inside of this. Look at that. Look how beautiful this is. Did we do good or what?
Oh, that's beautiful. That was the one that you... There you go.
So it turned out great. That looks lovely. I can't wait to try that. You know, as we're talking about the oil, because I just mentioned in my beauty basic that coconut oil can be used for more than just cooking. There's lots of health benefits to it.
There's terrific health benefits right across the board. I mean, whether it's on your skin or you
consume it.
Yeah, consume it, whether it's cooking with it or in a salad of some form. And I actually have a 3-time champion of the Augusta National Masters winner. And so in one of his private dinners, with catering for masters for him,
he asked to use coconut
specifically for that, and he's actually lactose intolerant.
Okay.
An extremely healthy man, so it's a great product.
So I mean, you can use it obviously for plenty of different things, but that's neat that he uses that and he wants specifically that because of his allergic reaction to other oils.
And it's incredibly healthy for you.
All right. Well, not only did we make this, but you also brought in a couple of other sides that we can complete the dish with. Talk to us about some of the other things that you brought in.
Because chicken cordon bleu is, you know, there's some dispute whether it was founded in America or in France. No one really knows, but certainly the name itself, cordon bleu, is French.
Depends on the way you say it, right?
Yes, maybe.
Chicken cordon bleu is American.
No.
Chicken cordon bleu is.
Yes, so much nicer, so much nicer. So I thought I would pair a potato dish, which is a classic French potato dauphinoise, which is another French word.
Chef, you're going to need to help me out with that one too.
Dauphinoise.
Dauphinoise.
There you go, perfect. So obviously that's a little bit labor intensive, but you could even pair the chicken cordon bleu with some nice pasta that's just, you know, cooked off and then rolled in a little bit of seasoned butter or a little bit of cream sauce. We can have some snow peas with it. Just blanched off, yes, yeah, exactly. And it's, you can put very straightforward.
You're able to complete the dish. And now, this doesn't all have to be really tough. I mean, I know that obviously there's some technical things that go into the chicken and the whole process with that. But adding these simple dishes on the side, just complete it and make the dish itself look really beautiful.
And really, I mean, if you shallow fry well, we're not looking at an unhealthy meal. I mean, that's the best kind of meal at all. You know, the panko on the outside that's fried is just a little bit of texture, and then if you put you've got to have a vegetable with it, and then a nice healthy starch. You know, there's complex carbohydrates, perfect for your body, really.
We'll see, and if you want any more information about Chef Ross, you can go to thedishon6.com and find your information there, and you can also visit thedishon6.com. Now, I gave you one of these.
As a beautiful cup.
For being my guest, but you can also win one by going to thedishon6.com, entering in your birthday. So if you have a birthday this month, tell me about it, and you could win one of these. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, perfect.
And they can be cheersing or drinking coffee with us in the morning, or tea.
Or a scotch.
Or scotch, whatever you want to put in there, right? Well, do not go anywhere. When we come back, Chef Ross is still going to be here. We're going to plate the dish, and we're also going to pair it with a nice wine. So you're going to talk to us about that. All right. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Dish. We're still in the kitchen with Chef David Ross from Chef Ross Catering. Now, we made this beautiful dish, chicken cordon bleu.
Perfect. See, better and better.
That's right. And we're going to pair it with a nice glass of wine, but I'm also going to plate this for you. I'm going to see if I can do a good job at that.
Well, I mean, it's the finishing touch of a chef. And once you've cooked all this, you have to plate it properly.
You have to plate it as well. And it has to be pretty, right?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
So first, let me take this. I'm going to put this here.
And that's the potato dauphinoise.
Potato dauphinoise.
Beautiful.
There you go. And chicken cordon bleu. And now we have this nice French wine as well, right?
Yeah, and it's appropriate to have, you know, we have French-style cooking here. We have dauphinoise potatoes, so it's kind of appropriate to have a nice French wine with this. And of course, with chicken, we can drink red wine, white wine, rosé wine.
Kind of a little bit of anything,
right?
Yeah,
pretty much. And I just selected this Côte d'Aron, which is a nice, crisp, clean wine. It's just going to balance out, be perfect with a dish.
A nice match. So it's pretty soft and light.
Yes, and it's not the American rosés tend to be a little bit on the sweet side.
Okay.
So this isn't sweet at all. This is a nice, dry, crisp, kind of aperitif beginning wine.
God, well, this looks so tasty already, and I am going to try it, and I can't wait to do that. In fact, why don't you pour us a glass of wine? I'm going to taste this just a little bit. and see.
Well, that's the one you actually made earlier. So you know you've done a good job.
I am a chef and I didn't know it. There you go. All thanks to this man right here. That is so, that was so tasty, and I don't want to mess this one up. Did I do a good job?
You did. Very good job. Very good
Well,
job.
there you have it. If you are interested in learning how to make this, you can go visit thedishon6.com to rewatch any of these segments. You can call Chef Ross up and he can actually make it for you instead. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. Cheers to you. Appreciate it and hope to see you again. All right. Don't go anywhere. Remember, well, actually, we are going somewhere because it's the end of the show. But don't forget, do good and be good. We'll see you next time. Cheers again. Caught myself there.